when I was in the feds, you know, my first bunkie was a guy by the name of Mujahid, and he was like, youngster, you should come my cell. I said, all right, no problem. Went in his cell. First day, you know, me having a little stature on me, a little size on me. I said, listen, brother, you gotta get on the top bunk. So he was like, listen, young brother, I can't get on the top bunk. He said, no, I'm an older guy, man. You know, you should take the top bunk because you're younger, you can get up and down easier.
Right.
So me thinking I'm this masculine, super macho man, you know, I'm like, yo, I'm not getting on nobody's top bunk. So we talked back and forth for about 20 minutes. By the 21st minute, he convinced me to take the top bunk. That night, I stayed in the cell with him and we just talked all night. Like I'm talking about all night. I've never really built with an older gentleman, me coming from not having a father, I never really talked to an older gentleman the way I talked to him that way. Most of the guys where I was from that were older, they was competing to be my age. They weren't acting mature.
Right.
So I never really met a man that mature. And I never would expect to have met that person in that situation. So now you fast forward, the next morning he was like, yo, come with me to breakfast. I walked with him to breakfast. Sitting in the mess hall in prison, I'm like, a lot of people keep looking at us, man, but I'm not noticing anything. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, is he gay? Like, you know,
right.
That's what I'm thinking.
You start
Yeah, like, what's up with son? So long story short, after breakfast, he was like, yo, what are you about to do? I said, I want to go back to, I'm about to go back to the cell. He was like, nah, come with me to the yard. I go with him to the yard. As soon as we go to the yard, he clapped his hands. He goes like this, about 30 Muslims lined up. And he said, I'm Mujahid. He said, if I would have got on that top bunk, I would have killed you this morning.
Wow.
You know, he was the Imam, meaning the high priest of the whole prison.
Wow.
About 300, maybe 350 Muslims. And I never knew, you know, never had a clue, never guessed it, never thought anything. But his humility showed me my arrogance almost got me killed. And not realizing, like, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But I'm like, standing around these people, like they right around me, and I'm like, oh my God, like, yo, they can kill me right now.
So his humility, when you attribute to power, it's usually the arrogance.
Yes.
But because he was so humble, a lot of people attribute that as being weak.
Of course.
When in all actuality, he had the power the entire time.
Every bit of who he was.
Wow.
And he had the power because the compound had over 300 Muslims, and he run all of them. So 299 Muslims did whatever he said, you know, outside of himself. Wow. And it shocked me. At that moment, I've never felt that vulnerable in my life. So I was like, that's crazy.